and our council member, Dr. I. Satyanarayan Raj Garu, and Nagaraj Garu, and all the other members from our Institution of Engineers, and all council members other than whom I identified, and corporate members of the Institution of Telangana State Center, and committee members of the Institution of Engineers, Telangana State Center. Our warriors earlier, past chairman, Dr. D. Hanumantachari Garu, always inspiration for any program, he will join. And Srinivasa Rao Garu, past vice president, past chairman, all other dignitaries whom I could not mention by name, family members of late Dr. A. Ramakrishna Garu, media friends, ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again. It gives me an immense pleasure to extend a hearty welcome to today's respected chief guest and speaker of the endowment lecture, Dr. Abhay Gupta ji, and all of you to this Dr. A. Ramakrishna 10th endowment lecture on a very important, vital and interesting topic on engineering gigantic status to be delivered by Dr. Abhay Gupta ji, FIE. We are very fortunate to have stalwarts of eminent personality like Dr. Abhay Gupta Garu, and we thank him for sparing his valuable time and to be among us to deliver a endowment lecture on the eve of Dr. A. Ramakrishna Garu, memory of Dr. A. Ramakrishna Garu in his honor. I am glad to inform that the Telangana State Center of the Institution of Engineers has been regularly organizing 20 endowment lectures every year on the birthdays in the honor of eminent engineers like Engineer V. Subbarao, Engineer M. Tirupati Reddy, Dr. J. Purushottam Rao, Engineer G. Prabhakar, Engineer Koka Krishna Mohan Rao, Engineer G. C.V. Subbarao, Engineer T. Hanumantarao, Engineer A.P. Ranganatha Swami, Dr. S. Raghavachari, Dr. Narla Tata Rao, Engineer Maturi Gopal Rao, Engineer Gurram Kodreddy, Engineer Atluri Venkateshwar Rao, Dr. John A. Murray, Dr. N.V. R.L.N. Rao, Engineers L. Venkatakrishna Iyer, K.V. Srinivasa Rao and M.L. Swami, Dr. A. Ramakrishna, Engineer I. Basavaraju, and Dr. A. Gopichan, endowment lectures. These lectures are being delivered by people of high eminence with considerable professional experiences to throw lights on the important and emerging topics of today's relevance. I would say a few words about Dr. A. Ramakrishna Garu for the information of the elite audience. Dr. Anumolu Ramakrishna was born on December 20th in the year 1939 at Unadipadu in Andhra Pradesh. He obtained his bachelor's degree in civil engineering in the year 1960 from the Andhra University and MSc in structural engineering in the year 1961 from the College of Engineering, famous Gindi, Chennai. He started his career in the year 1962 with the Engineering Construction Corporation Limited and then a wholly owned subsidiary of L&T Limited. The Engineering Construction Corporation was subsequently amalgamated with the parent company and is widely known as ECC Construction Division of Larsen and Toubro. Dr. A. Ramakrishna, former Deputy Managing Director and President of ECE L&T. Ramakrishna Garu is an acknowledged expert in the construction industry, known for introducing novel systems and processes, and played a central role in evolving policies relating to construction sector. Dr. A. Ramakrishna, the President of Indian National Academy of Engineering, Vice Chairman of Construction Industry Development Council, and also Vice Chairman of National Academy of Construction. He was an independent director in few of the companies. Dr. A. Ramakrishna was awarded the 2007 Asif Sabag Award for Engineering Construction Excellence and an Initiation of Engineer G.L. Rao, FIE. He donated the award amount of 4 lakhs to the IEI AP State Center to Institute Young Engineer of Excellence in Structural Engineering area under the style L&T Dr. A. Ramakrishna Young Engineer Award to be presented every year during the Engineers Day celebrations. Due to demise of Dr. A. Ramakrishna during the year 2013, it is proposed by the State Center Committee to organize an endowment lecture every year on 21st December. Due to the Indian Congress and other commitment of the council members, it could not be conducted on 21st December, and hence we are scheduled for today. Since you are anxiously awaiting to hear the talk from our eminent speaker, I shall limit myself here and hope that you will really enjoy his talk. And lastly, on behalf of the Telangana State Center of the Institution of Business India and on my own behalf, I once again extend a hearty welcome to the chief guest and speaker and all of you to this important, and thank you one and all. Before I request today's chief guest and speaker to deliver his lecture, may I request Dr. S.P. Anchuri, convener of this event and committee member of our Telangana State Center, to kindly introduce today's chief guest and speaker, Dr. Abhay Gupta ji, to the elite audience. Thank you, and over to Dr. S.P. Anchuri.
Thank you, sir. In fact, it's my great privilege to introduce my own friend, Dr. Abhay Gupta, who is a very, fraternity-friendly person, and is a very down-to-earth, in fact, personality. Abhayji, you are well known, but there are some global people, because it's a webinar. I shared this across the world, and even the number is less, there are many people, those who are in YouTube. In fact, all couldn't join in this, but there are well good number in the YouTube. So for their benefit, I would like to tell you something about Dr. Abhay Gupta. He is FIE, the Director of Skeleton Consultants Private Limited, which is at Noida and Indore. He is BE Civil. He is ME in Structures, PhD from University of Roorkee. He has also completed one semester course in the earthquake resistant design of the buildings and structures from IIT Kanpur. Very reputed practitioner in the field of structural engineering and design. Awarded our own Institute of Engineers Eminent Engineer Award and Outstanding Concrete Technologies Award from ICI. Traveled across the world, including UK, Dubai, Singapore, Australia, Vietnam, Finland, and the list goes on for the professional assignments. And in fact, out of many his prominent structures, he designed one of the biggest structure in the country and fourth biggest statue of the world, that landmark project of 351 feet, Lord Shiva statue at Nath Dwara, which is located in Rajasthan. It has won several prestigious awards, including the award from ACI and all. And it's a hybrid structure, and it's in the structural steel and the concrete. To know about him, in fact, sir, when I was passing through our Naklis Road, where the gigantic Ambedkar statues coming up. I thought why we should not have the completed structures know-how and because I know the building is different, but the structural statue which should be sound, stable, and expressive. So there you can't have any compromise. So we thought this time we should not have, again, no compromise in the selection of the speaker. And I think I will not take much time. And with this, I welcome you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anchuri, for the generous introduction. It is my proud privilege to deliver this endowment lecture for a person who has re-established civil engineering construction in this country by way of several innovations. We all look for such role models in our life who have really contributed significantly. So thank you very much, IEI Telangana Center, for this opportunity. Thanks, Honorable Chairman, Honorable Secretary, my friend Dr. Anchuri, and I can see several eminent engineers from Telangana and country, and especially Dr. Shilpa Tripathi from Indore. This is wonderful to talk and present to you all about this very special science, if I say. We study a lot of structures in the books when we graduate, and I'll take you through that journey. I believe I have about 30, 35, 40 minutes of time. So I'll take you through this complete methodology of which we have developed. Though it's not that we only have done statues, there are many good things. This country is full of big and different kind of statues. We make statues for religious reasons. We make statues for political reasons. We make statues for our national heroes. We have statues of even many other reasons. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is one character, one personality whose statues are nowadays in vogue, if I say, in the country. So there is a competition, somebody announces a 125 feet tall statue. The next day you will see a 151 feet, and then Mumbai is coming up with like 351 feet high statue of Dr. Ambedkar. But Sardar Patel statue in Ahmedabad is a landmark. It is the tallest statue in the world. Standing posture, 182 meter, done by L&T itself. That's a different thing. What Dr. Anchuri just now narrated is about the Lord Shiva statue at Nathdwara. So I'll be taking you through general issues of the statue engineering and then focusing particularly on this. So I seek your permission to share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Please go ahead, sir.
Sure. Whether this presentation is visible?
Yeah, it's visible. It's visible.
Okay, so I'm switching to the slide show mode, and I'm having a proud feeling that I have been given this opportunity to deliver this lecture. Thank you very much. We move forward. Is the complete screen visible?
No.
Some portion on the top. Is it?
Yeah. Now it is coming.
Okay. I don't know how to hide this.
No, it started with the skeleton consultant. That is the first.
Yeah. So
You indicated.
I think that is correct.
complete screen
Yeah.
is visible.
Yeah, visible. Visible.
Okay. So friends, this is about my company operating from Noida and Indore. And if you see on the left hand side, we do many challenging things. We believe that engineering is something, if meticulously applied principles are there, we can really do wonders with different materials, with different structural forms, in different geographies, under severe conditions and all that. So some of the typical examples are shown here, but more is available on our website. So rather than that, we all have learned the design of buildings some of the very well-known worldwide buildings I have shown. We have also learned the design of bridges, some of the marvelous bridges in the country and around the globe. Huge industrial structures, a complete space frame matrix of the steel trusses, air traffic control towers, which are very special structures. Chimneys are there, but a structure like this, a statue, which has got a height similar to building or tower, which has got a huge shape, huge size like industrial structure or chimneys, the size, and the bridges, dams. But the complication lies in the fact that when you start studying the cross sections from ground to the top, every cross section at every inch starts changing. The prismatic shape word is far beyond from these shapes, and you have the complexity of the shape, which is a human posture or some other statue. So this is the challenge of designing a statue which encompasses the peculiarities of many of these. Some of these statues which we have worked on, starting from left is 351 feet high Nathdwara Shiva statue. Then we did a statue for Toronto, Hanumanji. This was designed and manufactured here and then shipped to Toronto and established. Then 161 feet high at Solan. This is in Manav Rachana International University campus in Solan, which is recorded in Limca Book of Records. And then a sitting posture Lord Hanumanji at Faridabad. So these are some of the different statues. Different materials are also there. Worked for a statue of Lord Rama and Shiva. Then Hanumanji at Koradi in Maharashtra near Nagpur, 151 feet, and then Lord Rama statue in Guna. These are under progress. Under the right side, Hanuman and Ramchandraji is under construction. This is a very typical statue work which we have just been assigned in Ayodhya. You know, Ayodhya has been revamped. Ayodhya has been restored the original glory, and all the characters from Ramayana and that period are being placed, installed. So this is Jatayu statue, and this is not very big, but it is complex and vulnerable in terms of those broad wings which are on either side. Some more here. The middle top one is the Kempegoda at Bangalore. Many of you must have seen, recently inaugurated by a Prime Minister. Below that Veena statue, if you see, this is again at Ayodhya, Lata Mangeshkar Chowk in Ayodhya. This Veena is 40 feet, and we have designed the internal structure of this Veena, and then it was inaugurated by Adityanath Yogi ji very recently. On the right side is the horseman statue of Raja Suhel Dev in Bahraich in UP. This statue is very challenging as the entire weight of the horseman sitting at the top and the horse body is only resisted by elements passing through two rear legs and the tail. So the entire weight is balanced like this completely. This has been constructed, and these are the actual constructed pictures. A face is covered because it is yet to be inaugurated. We also do statues in India. We are making statues of national pride. On the left side is the statue of Lachit Borphukan. He was a warrior in northeast Assam who did lot good for the country's original natives, fought against the enemies. So 85 feet high statue is coming up in Jorhat. We are working on this. On the right side, you see, not me in the picture, that is once I pose and click, Netaji Subhash statue at India Gate, New Delhi. We didn't do the manufacturing, the fabrication or anything else, design of this statue, but this is a solid stone statue in granite, and this is 28 feet high, 72 metric ton weight. We did the design checking from the perspective of earthquake when this was to be installed, and we did the complete erection engineering right from shifting this statue from its crafting place, which was in National Gallery of Modern Art, Delhi. From there to bringing it here and then establishing inside this existing canopy. It was a challenging task, and we did the design of the entire steel structure, and then it was placed here. Worldwide, statues are made for various reasons and of various materials. Primarily, the internal frame is one material and external skin is another in case of hollow statues. In case of solid stone statues, that is all stone. So this is one statue, which is say 29 meters and then pedestal of 11.5. So total 40 meter granite stone solid. Statue of Liberty, we all have seen this. This is similar to what we did in Nathadwara and what has been done in Sardar Patel statue. It's hollow inside, steel frame, and over that a skin has been put. In case of Sardar Patel statue, steel frame is there and the statue skin is casted cladding of bronze, which was done outside India and then brought here and then fixed over the frame. Whereas in case of Lord Shiva statue and even in case of Solan Hanumanji statue, the skin is a cast in situ concrete skin, green, which is big challenge. I'll share details of that. Jesus Christ statue is steel and concrete. Cristo de la Concordia, this is again Christ, but this is steel and concrete, and then this is concrete only. This is another statue which is steel frame and concrete. You can see worldwide height-wise different statues are constructed, and here it is 182 meters Sardar Patel statue, which is a monument in itself, lasting for a longer time period. This is steel framing. Concrete is on some core wall and then casted metal skin, bronze skin on that. Then second one is Shivaji statue, which is yet to be done. It is in Delhi. It is in Mumbai. Quite tall. They have proposed 192 meter. And statue of equality, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in Mumbai again. That is again on the proposal stage concept. We are not doing. I'm just showing you. It's different kind of the statues. Lord Murugan statue in Malaysia is very famous. Then Ukraine. And then Gandhiji statue in Bihar, Patna. There are some more statues of Lord Shiva in sitting posture coming up at various places, 125 feet. This is the statue which we are going to see in detail, a bird's eye view of the entire project before the construction was done. And this is after construction, a picture taken from a long distance. This is visible from almost 20 kilometers, people say. Site, a 15-acre land is there, where besides statue, many developments have taken place, and the statue has been recently inaugurated on 29th of October by Shri Murari Bapuji, and it's a complete entertainment theme park. So whenever any of you comes to Udaipur, you must visit this place. This is all set for visitors. You can enter, you can go inside, and you can go up to the top, up to 280 feet. There is a gallery where you can come out, and then you can even go up and do Abhishek at the top. So that is all the fantasies and attractions created besides other things. Some of the features of this statue, the skin which you see is 20,000 square meter, which is almost 2 lakh square feet. The statue has been designed for 250 years of life. It can sustain winds up to 250 km per hour. Total steel consumed is 2650 metric ton. Reinforcement 2700. Concrete in statue is 8500 metric ton. And there are galleries at different levels. I'll share the details. This is the team which has worked. The main person, the brain behind this statue, and the sponsor is Mr. Madan Paliwal from Miraj Group, Nathdwara. Murtikar sculpture who has done this posture and the complete shape and the Murtikala is Naresh Kumar. We did the structural design where Professor Prem Krishna, many of you must be aware of his name, former professor and head IIT Roorkee Civil Department. He did the proof checking, and Shapurji Palonji did the construction. Excellent work done by Shapurji, and I have full appreciation for them for doing this wonderful work Shapurji has done. How this is done? So the project comprises of one 351 feet statue with 170 feet trident. You can see Trishul by the side, which is 170 feet freestanding. Different aspects. The first is a structural section where you can see the staircases going in the lift shaft, by the side of the lift shaft, going up to the top up to 320 feet. Then second one is a software model, STAD model. Then third, fourth, fifth are the construction photographs of different stages where you can see steel structures. Now, the complication is that such a steel structure drafting cannot be done on a 2D software and it cannot be fabricated. It is varying, it is unsymmetrical, it is in all three directions, more than three directions even. So we employed a software called Tekla. Tekla has got enormous and very good 3D capabilities in the building information modeling, and wonderful job done by the team. We extracted shop drawings from the Tekla software, and the fabrication work done by Shapurji at site was amazing. There was absolutely no flaw anywhere, and all parts were assembled one by one at site. And this is how the shape has taken place. When it comes to a statue like Hanumanji, which is standing, the simplicity, the complexity, the complexity in a sitting posture statue. Can you please mute all others? Please mute all others.
Ratnam, mute everybody except the speaker.
So when the statue is standing like this, or Sardar Patel statue, then the main structural frame from two legs goes up to the waist and then chest and shoulder. And from shoulder, you can erect another smaller frame and things become quite simple. But when it is matter of a statue like sitting posture of Shiva statue, then the variabilities are too many. The structural columns, main structural members, you cannot continue all columns and then you have to see which are going to be terminated, which going to be re-erected, stub columns or the bracketed frames. I'll show you those things. So that is the difference between different type of statues, and our challenge lies when the structural planning has to be done. This particular statue, as I was saying, it is in the Limca Book of Records. That is actual photograph of this site. This is Faridabad. In all above, the complexity lies in identifying the plan layout at various levels. So for this, what is done, the sculpture Murtikar, when the posture is approved by the client or the sponsor, then using the new technologies, the latest techniques, 3D scanning and digitization, we are able to get the cross sections at any desired level. So we ask them to provide us cross sections at closer spacing. Like in case of Lord Shiva, we got the cross sections at every 5 feet height. But while in case of that Jatayu bird, we are getting cross sections at every 0.25 meter, because smaller statue and then complexities and the variabilities are there. So from those cross sections, we then, these are the cross sections. If you see, when we have superimposed one by one over the other with the axis, you can see the entire shape. Actually, the shape has not been drawn separately. It is only you see when all the cross sections are placed one above the other. So this is the basic input data for us. Once we have decided that what is going to be the material of the internal frame and that of the external skin. So here, like steel frame and concrete skin, we could have had steel frame and glass fiber skin, steel frame and metal skin, concrete frame and concrete skin, concrete frame and glass fiber skin. All these are possible. So then we do the scanning of the sufficiently enlarged mock-up model. We cannot have a 1:1 scale. I'll show you that. So we start with a small 8 inches. So maybe client got this from somewhere and liked this posture of Lord Shiva and then given to the Murtikar that I want this. Then Murtikar developed this. Then both of them review and then say from 8 inches to 7 feet is done like the 8 inches is scanned 3D in the CNC machine, and then thermocol, or you can say a mold is made using the thermocol cut with the CNC machine from the enlargement. And then this posture is again reviewed whether any changes to be made. Once done, then a 14 feet double. Generally, we go up to 1:24 scale. So when I'm saying 351 feet high, so a 14 feet will be sufficiently good to correlate from this size to 351. So then after 3D scanning and digitization, in order to properly enlarge the small idol to a gigantic statue, in which at every stage 3D scanning, enlargement to next level size, mold making, dummy casting using plaster of Paris or metal, or ABS using 3D printing. Nowadays 3D printing is available, so that digitized data is fed into the 3D printing machine, and reviewing the next level size, making corrections as per looks, aesthetics, and expressions by sculpture. Sometimes the client, the sponsor says, no, I want this tilt, this angle, this smile, this shape of the, or this expression on the eye. So those corrections are done. So after such 4-5 trials for enlargement, approximately 1:10 to 1:25 scaled model is achieved, which is then used as the basic reference for final full-scale dummy preparation. So now from here, to enlarge it to a 351, there is one challenge here, that something which I am seeing at my eye level, if I look at a 14 feet high statue mock-up, standing at 5 feet eye level, and same thing when it will be 351 feet, if I enlarge every component in the same proportion, then when it will be 351 feet, the parts, the components near the top would be looking smaller. So proportionate enlargement of those components which are going to be away has to be little more. So the scale of enlargement has to be different in the lower part of the statue and in the upper part of the statue. That is where the skill of Murtikar is needed. So our sculpture did a good job by properly proportionating this thing. So this was the final, and this is the scan data of that, which was then fed into a machine and given to us before that for structural designing. So these are the structural sections at different levels. I am just presenting to you 3, but there are 70 such sections. If you look at the leftmost, this is almost the lower part, quite a lower level, where you can see this must be 110 feet. So here you can see 1, 2, 3 RCC shear walls, which are used for the lateral strength, lateral stiffness of the entire statue. And then when we superimpose this over a 160 feet level, then we see that some of the elements cannot be continued because they are beyond the skin. So there we have to terminate them and see how those elements can be supported. Then further when we go up, the other one on the right hand side is 280 feet. Here you can see the lift shaft, which was here on the back side in the 110 and 160 feet. It is just coming in the middle. If you look at the body posture, it is backbone. Basically, this is backbone. So the backbone comes up to the neck level and neck to the head level. So that automatically will come in the center as you move ahead from the waist level. So here that is the challenge, that which element will go up and where I have to start new elements, because the hand is projecting, some part of the body are projecting, which cannot be connected from the bottom. So this is the exercise which needs a lot of skill and structural engineering understanding. In case of Lord Hanumanji, this is simpler because the 2 main columns are going right up to the top, from where we are just erecting, just taking out the cantilever framing up to the skin at every level. That is a comparatively easier as compared to this. Once done, we try to understand the challenges. It is a non-symmetric structure. There are irregularities. Structural steel frame is there and shear walls considered. So the entire steel frame is connected to the shear wall. So it's a hybrid system. And it has been checked safe for wind speed up to 250. Now, what wind speed is to be considered? See, the IS code does not provide any kind of, you can say, wind speed or the design wind speed for such structures. It is for usual buildings. They say for any such type of thing, you should go to the wind tunnel. And we did that. We prepared a model on 1:200 scale and then took it to Australia, Sydney, Windtech. Windtech is a wonderful facility there. There we got the wind tunnel testing done. And before that, we collected the data from 3 meteorological stations around Nathdwara, 3 airports, and then collated them to get how much is the wind speed, local wind speed in that area. Similarly, for earthquake, though Nathdwara falls in earthquake zone 2 as per the IS code, but for a structure which is going to be designed for 250 years, we never know that what is going to be the change in the geology of the area. Though we did several studies, means the geological study was done, the geotechnical exploration was done, and wind tunnel testing has been done. So rather than taking any chance, since there are 3 lineaments around Nathdwara, which are not active, but maybe in future, some activity happens. So we have considered a peak ground acceleration of 0.36, PGA 0.36, and with an importance factor of 2, so that becomes 0.72 PGA. So that high value of the, and then further response reduction factor, etc. Though we didn't use the response reduction factor more than 3 here. So some of the special features. One special feature of the entire skin, which I said that 20,000 square meter, is there is no joint in the entire skin. Complete casting on site. I'll show you, I'll share how the casting was done. But that entire casting is a continuous casting with green cutting. Many of you must be aware of this term green cutting. We have not, we didn't leave any joint in the skin, and using green cutting. And another important thing, using minimum 45 days of the curing, water curing, we could achieve a complete 2 lakh square feet of the skin that after 4 years of construction today is flawless. Nathdwara having a temperature variation of 50 degrees Celsius in day to almost 0 in night in the entire year. Sometimes even since the concrete thickness of the skin is 200 to 400 millimeter, the temperature differential from outside to inside was almost 20 degrees. If the temperature outside was say 40-45, inside the statue the temperature is much less. So that thermal gradient study has also been done on the skin. All those things we have done. This is other statue. I am side by side comparing. You can see a very straightforward as compared to this one, the left software and models. You can see the complex structural framing, where here it is quite simple. This is not Hanumanji. This is the wind tunnel testing. We have considered various loads in the design, self-weight of the entire structure, skin and all that. Self-weight of skin is quite significant. So the entire analysis has been done in 2 conditions, with skin and without skin. When the skin is there, wind pressure will be there because obstructed. When the skin is there, mass will be there, so earthquake force will be there. But when the skin is not there, there will be less wind, there will be less earthquake, but there will be too less of stiffness of the entire frame. Correct? And we did the analysis with and without frame, and we have observed that adding the skin in the model increased the rigidity by 8 times. So that was a great significant change in the two, which was required also with the skin on. The photograph on the left side is the Sydney wind tunnel, where we place the model on the terrain also. Actual geography, actual contouring of the entire area was picked up by the wind tunnel agency themselves, and they did this modeling and testing. This is a picture of the wind tunnel of a special study done. The trident, Trishul head is just by the side of Lord Shiva's head. So when the wind was passing through this passage, we expected that there will be aerodynamic interaction, aerodynamic interference will be there, and the trident will be severely affected, vibrating. So we did this analysis also. Then model. This is how the model was instrumented. On the right side in the white picture, white image, you see red dots. These red dots are actually the location of pressure tubings. Those were carried from inside the model. 726 pressure tubings were there, from where simultaneous sampling of the wind pressure was captured at a speed, at a sampling frequency of 1000 samples per second. So you can imagine 726 tubes, 1000 sample per second, data collected from each tubing for not less than 32 seconds. So 32,000 numbers data into 726, that was one set of reading. And similar from all 360-degree direction at every 10 degrees, means 36 sets we did. And then we did another study that in say next 250 years, there will be some development coming up around. So we also did one study from the most critical direction by placing some building blocks, hypothetical, that if there are some buildings which are come up in that direction, so what will happen? So another study. All that was very meticulously done by Wintech, and we went there, we stayed there for 3 days, studied, discussed with them, and got very good results. The very wonderful professionals. This is how the casting was prepared. So the entire statue was marked, or was you can say identified in slices. These colors are each of 5 feet height. So from here, the 5 feet slices were identified, and then each slice was fed into the CNC machine, from where thermocol of this shape was cut using a 6 degree of freedom robotic arm CNC machine, high density thermocol. And those were then assembled in field. I'll show you like this. The middle one is a dummy, full scale dummy made using those thermocol cut pieces to extract the glass fiber molds. So entire skin, the glass fiber was laid, and roughly 5 feet high pieces of glass fiber properly stiffened from back were manufactured, stacked, and then shifted to Nadwara for external skin shape casting. So this is the dummy, full scale. You can see these are some of the construction stage pictures. Concrete which was used, 8,500 cubic meter statue and trident, and other allied works 27,500 cubic meters. So huge quantity of concrete, M40 mainly. High performance concrete mix was designed by Engineering College Kota using ground granulated blast furnace slag and alcofine using shrinkage compensating agents so that shrinkage cracks are not there, and tests were done for the longevity. The salt water spray and all those tests were done on this concrete to ensure that it lasts for 250 years. So various tests on the concrete were done. Concrete technology of this project was a big challenge and was successfully done. So the long-term effect of chlorine, ammonia, SOx and NOx gases can affect durability. So exposure to acid rains was also done by standard methods. RCC core walls, there are 4 core walls terminating at different levels. The main one is the middle one, which goes up to the top. This structural workshop, Shapurji established one drone view, thickness of the concrete skin, then glass fiber reinforced formwork, and corrosion resistant steel was used. You can see the Trishul now being installed, the trident. The challenge was trident base part is circular RCC column, and the trident part is metal, which was weighing 55 metric ton. Now, if the 55 metric ton trident is made on the ground, no helicopter or machine in India can lift it and place it there. So it was fabricated on ground in parts and then shifted at top and then connected there. Welding was done there, which was another challenge to do welding amidst this strong breeze. So the cordon of the curtains were fixed there around the trident at that height so that wind does not adversely affect the welding quality. And Nandi is also there on the side. Some of the construction stage pictures, you can see once the concrete form, the shuttering was removed, you can see the shuttering marks are there. So then the short blasting was done using sand to make the skin completely uniform. There is no other external rendering done, only that short blasting, sand blasting was done, and then zinc and copper coating has been done. Zinc phosphate primer, over that 50 micron copper metallizing has been done. You can see this shape of the eye. Everything has been casted as it is. Nothing has been separately pasted or rendered. All the Shivji's hair, the curves there, the grooves and everything you see is actually cast like this. There is a crescent moon and the snake on right shoulder. This is all metal pieces which are fabricated and then fixed here. This is a time-lapse photography. You can just enjoy for a moment. I visited after finishing. Almost all the awards of construction and design industry have been conferred on this special project. Some of them are here and some of them are for Shapurji's excellent work. Some are for the design, ICI Outstanding Concrete Structure, ICI Innovative Concrete Award, ACC Simplex Biennial Structural Design Award, and a very proud award is, one is this, two well-known magazines have covered it on the cover page. So nothing can be more than this. American Concrete Institute in worldwide high-rise building category has chosen this as on the second place in the global competition, Excellence in Concrete Construction. This award was given in 2021. This was supposed to happen in Boston physically, but due to COVID into 2020, this could not happen, and I made a presentation online. And then last year in Mumbai, they physically presented us the award. This one was given there. So in the worldwide standing, 182 meter our Sada Patelji, and we are at the fourth. Actually, 107 is the sitting posture, but if some person is standing 5.5 feet, then sitting he will be looking like 3.5 feet. So actually, all the organs, all the components, the shape size is like 550 feet high person, but in sitting it is 351. Inaugurated recently by Murari Bapu, and here with the team, the day when we did the last casting, I am standing right at 351 feet level on the top of the head of statue. So thank you very much. And I'll just show you that from here, the site to this place, we have come up successfully in a span of 10 years, out of which 4 years work was not happening. So actual construction time of 6 years was there, but a monument has been created, and I may be reached at these. Friends, I'll just share with you a small video of 3.5 minutes, which we have made especially for this project. So I hope you will enjoy that. I hope you are getting the sound.
Yes, sir. We are getting it.
जय हो शंकरा आदिदेव शंकरा तेरे जाप के बिना चले ये सांस किस तरह मेरा कर्म तू ही जाने क्या बुरा है क्या भला तेरे रास्ते पे मैं तो आंख मूंद के चला तेरे नाम की जोत ने सारा हर लिया तमस्मरा नमो नमो जी शंकर भोलेनाथ शंकर जय त्रिलोकनाथ शंभु शिवाय शंकर के जन्म से भी पहले तेरा वास था, ये जग रहे या ना रहेगी तेरी आस था। क्या समय क्या प्रलय, दोनों में तेरी महानता, महानता, महानता। सीपियों की ओट में मोतिया जिस तरह, मेरे मन में शंकरा तू बसा है उस तरह। मुझे भरम था जो है मेरा था कभी नहीं मेरा, अर्थ क्या निरर्थ क्या जो भी है सभी तेरा, तेरे सामने है झुका मेरे सर पे हाथ रख। नमो नमो जी शंकर भोलेनाथ शंकर, जय त्रिलोकनाथ शंभु है शिवाय शंकर। नमो नमो जी शंकर भोलेनाथ शंकर, रुद्रदेव हे महेश्वर।
केन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मारंगाय महेश्वराय नित्याशुद्धाय दिगंबराय तस्मै कराय नमः शिवाय। शिव रक्ष माम शिव पाहि माम शिव त्राहि माम शिव रक्ष माम शिव पाहि माम शिव पाहि माम महादेव जी त्वं।
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Excellent presentation.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Abhay Singh Gupta sir. I thought yesterday when Silpa madam said, really, it is, I think beyond what she said, it is not even, she has only given a small benchmark for what your level of this thing, and really fantastic. I can use the word fantastic and marvelous presentation, and the content is so good, so good. And I think everybody enjoyed and gained lot of knowledge out of how we have been going and seeing big, tall statues. Never put mind into that, how it has really, sir, is a great efforts into that to bring such a large and tall statues into existence. And also, as you have given the 250 years is no, I don't know how many generations will go on. Sir, hats off to you, and we keep looking for your services to the Institution of Engineers India, and
Sure, sir.
in particular to Telangana State Center. And also, sir, we are coming out with the quality convention on 28th and 29th April 2023. Sir, I would like to, you also put your hand and support to us. I have forwarded both the award application as well as the brochure to your WhatsApp, sir, Gupta sir. So kindly
Received.
support us in this, because first time we are doing a quality like awards in Hyderabad, and almost, of course, we are sending application all over the world, and wherever you are having the contacts and networking, kindly support the Institution of Engineers and Telangana State Center. And really, sir, I think of late, which I have seen the presentation, I rate it as the best presentation, as well as the content and the way delivery, the way you spoke it. It was crystal clear for anybody who is a layman in that subject. So I'm a layman, I'm from electronics man, but I really enjoyed the structural engineering part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you.
salute to you, sir. Thank you very much. And anybody has any questions, please?
Please.
Thanks a lot, sir. In fact, I am at Shivaji Chowk where the Shivaji statue is there. So I was behind near the statue and hearing about the statue from the statue man of the country. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful.
A small question, sir. How the maintenance, sir? The daily maintenance.
Yes, sir. That's a big
Cleaning.
challenge. And when the construction was done, we were thinking of that, but now they have decided to employ drones for that.
Means
Sir,
people
and
will,
why the
At certain levels, they have some galleries coming out. On the backside, they have made a glass bridge also. I didn't show that, but if you go on the YouTube and just type Statue of Belief, this is known as Statue of Belief. So there are several videos about this, and some of them they show that glass bridge also. But for maintenance in some areas, they are extremely inaccessible, and from top either they will hang the ropes and that, but otherwise drones they will employ.
but from drones also people will hang and do the repair or maintenance.
No, sir. They will use the equipments and tools guided by people from below, like cleaning and spraying and all those things.
No, but you see, the drone. My point is, the drone itself cannot go very near because there's a tendency that it might damage that. It has to be away, isn't it?
But up to about say 5 feet away it can go.
Okay. Anyway, I'm Ramesh Kumar.
Sir.
Great appreciation. It's really mind-boggling. See, very difficult. And then, congratulations that you have achieved such a great thing. It's really unimaginable for somebody to understand, comprehend how it has been done. Now that it has been done, it is easy to talk, but the amount of effort that gone into that before you do it is
Very true.
is
Very
very,
true.
very great. See, having done everything, you look simple, you have done it, you are explaining, but amount of hours, amount of effort, amount of imagination that goes into that, I think it is really great, very great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Congratulations.
Yeah, Babu Rao sir.
Babu Rao sir wants to ask.
Dr. Gupta,
Sir.
I am Professor Babu Rao. Professor Prem Krishna was in our batch in the year 1962 when I was at IIT Roorkee.
Sir.
1962.
Great.
Now, I want to bring to your notice that in the city of Hyderabad, where we are all sitting, there is a statue of Buddha, which is a 200-ton statue.
Yes,
It's a
in that
solid-
lake. In the lake.
In the lake. Have you heard about it?
Yes, sir. Which once fell in the water.
Well, water.
Correct. That's what I wanted to bring to you. You don't have these
I'm
problems.
aware of the entire incidents and how it was lifted.
Yes, the major problem was the basaltic height was not properly maintained for that particular stone. This was about 50 years back, 1973, when Mr. N.T. Ramarao was the chief minister. He brought this granite statue all the way from about 50 kilometers from here, all the way to Hyderabad. And then while shifting, the whole thing fell down. So that was a great tragedy to begin with. But Mr. N.T. Ramarao, the then chief minister, he held it up and it was a big job. But whatever it is, I congratulate you for your excellent work. It is excellent engineering. And no wonder that American Concrete Institute has put you under number 2 in the world. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
1991, sir, Babu Rao, sir, 1991.
Yes.
When N.T. Ramarao was the leader of opposition.
Yeah.
Dr. Gupta sir, pranam. This is Professor Ramana calling from JNU.
Sir.
Sir, अयोध्या का कब तक हो जाएगा राम मंदिर?
Pardon?
अयोध्या का राम मंदिर कब तक कंप्लीट हो जाएगा?
No, sir. Ayodhya Ram Mandir work is separately going on. There are many allied works. They are installing several statues in Ayodhya, big or small. Besides temple, the big Lord Rama statue is yet to start. That's going to be world's tallest, another big thing, 289 meter.
In Toronto, sir, I have seen in PPTs.
Yeah.
Yeah, देखा था आपका PPT में Toronto, Canada.
Acha. Did you see that?
Yeah, I have gone through.
Okay, Vishnu Mandir, Toronto.
So बहुत बढ़िया है साहब. As Babra Sahab said, हमारे लाड बुद्धा का N.T. Rama महोदय, when I was state president of student wing, he was brought from my district only. Babra Sahab हमारा district एक ही है. That is nearby Rala Bayapalli, I think. Correct. Thank you, sir. धन्यवाद. धन्यवाद.
We are doing a lot of we all are doing a lot of good things in this country.
Yeah.
And something which is not taught in the books, we have to develop.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes.
we are happy that we have been able to do. We
Sir,
have done about 15 statues so far.
Sir, I have been to Venezuela Central University.
Mhm.
From there, we have been one state called by, I think, that communist country. In there, one dam construction was, sir, completely ऐसा है, वो पानी वेगीवे से गिर रहा है, मगर बीच से people are moving like Nagarjuna project. Such a natural construction, sir. That is in Bolivia state, where highest rainfall in the world. The Vigivier, पानी ऐसा गिर रहा है ऊपर से, बीच में से people are walking from this bank to that bank. The nature, really natural this thing. Such a structure was there. Okay, sir. So, sir, I am in Delhi only, in Noida. Which sector? Apna?
Sector 5 is my office.
Sector 5. Tomorrow I am coming to Galgotia, sector 72. I will try to meet you, sir. Monday. Thank you.
Tomorrow means Monday. Monday I will be in office only.
Yeah,
Please
I'm
come.
in JNU.
Please come.
Thank
Just
you,
send me a message on WhatsApp and we'll connect.
Yeah, I'll take from Dr. Anchurian service. Thank you. Pranam,
Sir, how do you get the creative ideas, sir, in construction? Creative thinking and creative ideas.
Sir, actually, civil engineers are the people who, if they have confidence, they can do anything good. And what we have learned is our basic principles are correct. If professors like Ramakrishna or other my professors, whatever they have taught, if our basic principles are correct, fundamentals are okay, then creating anything like our other challenging thing is we did India's largest bamboo structure. It is in Maharashtra, Bamboo Research and Training Center, 1 lakh square feet buildings, 3 training centers, ground plus 1, 11.5 meter spans, and all bamboo, structural bamboo. There is no steel or concrete above ground. So that is another thing which we have done. So similar to that, we have done many things of that kind. So like right now we are doing India's tallest bungee jumping tower in Rishikesh. So that's a tower 75 meter tall, from where a 27 meter cantilever boom is coming out, and from where the person will take a jump. So that's another challenging project. Any other questions, sir? No sound is coming. No voice, please.
Sir, you are mute. Brahman, unmute చేసుకోండి.
Okay, sir. If no other questions, nobody this thing, we will would like to close for the day. So I request our Honorary Secretary, Dr. G. Venkata Subbai Garu, to kindly to propose word of thanks.
Sir, I would like to say something.
Yeah, madam, please go ahead, madam.
Gupta sir, thank you so much. It was really it is always wonderful to connect with you, and thank you for keeping the flag of Indore high. I told sir ki sir basically belong to Indore, and he's from my city. So thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for joining.
Madam, basically it is Indian brain.
Indian.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, anybody want to say anything? No, otherwise I will. Dr. G. Venkata
Sir, thank you, Chairman, sir. It is my pleasant duty to perform vote of thanks. Respected.
Sir, one question, sir.
Okay.
Jairaj.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, how much cubic meters of concrete used for this structure, sir?
8,500 plus 27,500.
27,500 for?
For foundation, surrounding walls, and some more structures constructed. But in statue and trident, 8,500.
Oh, huge. Okay.
It was shown in the slide.
Yes.
Good. Okay, sir, please.
Respected Chief Guest and the speaker of today's endowment lecture, Dr. Abhay Gupta, FIA Director, Skeleton Consultants Private Limited, Noida, Engineer B. Brahma Reddy, FIA Chairman, IA Telangana State Center, Dr. S.P. Anchuri, Member, IA Telangana State Center, and the convener of this event. Past Chairman, Dr. D. Hanumantachari, Professor Dr. Ramna Nayak, Council members, Dr. I.S.N. Raju, and Dr. Shilpa Tripathi, and committee members, B. Ramesh Kumar Garu, and Engineer Nagaraju, Engineer Narmada, Dr. Muhammad Hussain, Venkatramaya Garu, Srinivas Rao Garu, Srikant Garu, Jayaraj, Dr. Shafi, Babu Rao Garu, Dr. Panduranga Rao Garu, family members of late Dr. A. Ramakrishna, media friends, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Telangana State Center of IEI and on my own behalf, I convey our sincere and profound thanks to Dr. Abhay Gupta, FIE, for his extraordinary lecture. Your topic and is very interesting and it is extraordinary, sir. Hats off to you, sir. I also thank the dignitaries, past presidents of IEI, past chairman of IEI Telangana State Center, past honorary secretaries of IEI Telangana State Center, council members, committee members, corporate members, and others who made it convenient to attend this webinar. I also thank the representatives of media for their unstinted support to cover the proceedings of the event. Thanks to one and all. Now I request all of you to stand for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, sir. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you.
If anyone needs even this video, I can share. Just send me a message with your mail ID.
Okay. Thank you.
Everybody is interested, sir. So
I'll send to Dr. Anchuri and then he can circulate.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.